Right now, our world is pretty crazy, which is why I'm in my house doing this instead of back at school in front of my classmates in a classroom doing this. And this topic has been all over the media every single day, all day, for a good couple months now. And so I decided to jump on the bandwagon as well. And if it wasn't obvious, I'm talking about the coronavirus, or COVID-19, which it is also called. If you're not familiar with the coronavirus, according to CNN.com, it started in China and has made its way to many different countries all across the world, including the United States, and has been infecting the people there. On the 26th of February of this year, Nature.com put out an article that said that this started from a pangolin, which is a type of animal that is commonly found in China. And if you end up thinking you have this virus, the main symptoms of it are usually a cough, a fever, and having trouble breathing. There are also other symptoms that you can have, but these are just the main three that doctors have seen in patients. So a big way to stop the spread of this virus, along with washing your hands, is to self-isolate. Chateline.com on March 13th said that self-isolation is voluntary home quarantine, means staying home and minimizing contact with other people. So by doing this, we will end up flattening the curve, which you've probably heard in the media if you've been paying attention to. So that just means it'll decrease the number of people who have gotten this virus. So right now the curve, it's like going like that. So they just want to flatten it out, try to stop people from getting it until they can hopefully they find a cure for it. So if you choose not to self-isolate, you're not only going to be hurting yourself, but you could possibly be hurting the people around you. So if one person gets this virus and we're still meeting in big groups and everything, they could give it to someone else, and this person could not even know they had it. It's just going to be an ongoing cycle of people giving it to people and not even knowing they have it. So that's not a good cycle to have, and that's honestly what's been going on so far, which is why people are enforcing self-isolation so much more now, because it's not getting any better. More people are getting sick and dying, which we do not want. So if you choose to self-isolate, we're going to slow down the spread, which will hopefully give them time to find a cure, and just this whole thing will be cut off. I know it might be stupid to some people to self-isolate, especially as a young adult, because we think we're invincible to these types of things, or even if we do get the virus, our immune system can fight it off pretty easily. But we also need to think about our parents and grandparents who, if they get this virus, their immune system might not be able to fight it off. So we just need to realize that we have a greater impact on the world and the people around us than we think we do. Another reason why it is good to self-isolate is because if we do it now, then we will be able to get back to our regular lives a lot sooner rather than later. I know I have seen on social media a bunch of people saying, like, I'm not going to spend my summer inside, I'm not going to do self-isolation, this is stupid. But the thing is, if we self-isolate ourselves now and take the precautions now, we will be able to get back to our normal lives a lot sooner and spending time with our friends and our family and doing what we want to do a lot sooner. And I get that it can be super frustrating to just have to sit inside all day long, but that's not really the case. So with self-isolation, you can still go outside, go to the grocery store when you need to, and just keep a distance from people when you do go outside. But if you choose to go outside, you can go on a walk with your dog, your family members, go exercise any way you want to, or you can also spend the time inside taking care of yourself, improving yourself, and getting things done that you need to get done. So Time.com says that there is no scientist or sage on the planet that will tell you when the peak of the epidemic will occur, and that was last updated on March 7th of this year. So it's basically just saying, like, we have so many unknown things about this virus, and it's best that we stay inside until we have as many answers as we can get about this virus and like how we can stop it. So right now they don't know how to stop it. So the best thing we can do is stay inside so we're not continuously spreading it to different people. So overall, it's in your best interest to self-isolate, not just for yourself, obviously your own health and the health of others around you. If you're the type of person who like loves an adventure, I would say self-isolate now, like I mentioned earlier, so you can get back to that lifestyle so much sooner. And if you are a homebody like myself, reach out to those people in your friends and your family who struggle with staying inside and who are not homebodies, and just give them the help and the encouragement to stay inside. But if you self-isolate, you have no idea how many different people and lives you would honestly end up saving, just because it might not seem like it now, but like in a larger scheme, you're going to be saving so many lives.